Hi, my name is Shannon. I'm the producer for Strife.
I'm Chad LaForce. I'm the lore developer and creative developer for S2 Games. Strife is different from other MOBAs regarding lore in that we chose not to create a game and then, if you will, tack the lore or the characterization on the end of it. We began talking about the world that we were going to create and the types of heroes that we were going to create from the very outset. Creating the world of Strife, the main rule was that it had to have a real history. It had to have a rich history. Things in the present needed to directly evolve and flow from major events of the past. The rules of the world are that everything is connected. Things come back around and they reaffirm themselves, and catastrophes that begin in the past have an allusion to another catastrophe in the future. We began with the main homeworld when we created Strife. We said, what is the homeworld? What's the old country of Strife? And we talked about the types of races that would be in it, and we talked about types of magical powers and godlike entities that would be in it, and we call those the oracles. From there, we established a critical point in time when a great war happens. And after that war happens, the ramifications are that other doorways to other worlds are opened up. So we began at the beginning with Strife, and then we went through each of the other planes of existence, the 5 planes that are accessed through the 5 doorways. And with each one of them, we spent some time fleshing it out until we felt that the 6 major areas of the world were connected and had a believability to one another.
We had 2 main focuses when we were developing art, which was technical accessibility and visual acuity, that we think were adding on to the MOBA genre. And the first one, technical accessibility, was that we wanted to create art that looked good at all quality settings, so that it wasn't like we made a game that looked very good and then as you scaled it down it started to look worse and worse. We want you to get that full experience at any machine that you do. The other one, visual acuity, is that a lot of times games like Han get crowded. With all the high detail, it becomes hard to see the main features that you're looking for on the map and on your hero. And in Strife, we really focused on making visual effects as well as heroes and the environment immediately recognizable and easily distinguishable from one another. And because of that, what you'll see in the game is you'll see that as you're running around, it's hard to lose track of your hero, which is something that's a common experience for mobile players. One of our goals in Strife was to provide context for players so that they had a sense of where they are, and so that when they were on the map, that the map made sense to them and fit within the context of the world. And what I mean by that is that if you go to like a military base, you'll see that it's an enclosed area and that they have reminders about how they want you to think, about what the history that they want you to identify with is. And so you'll see statues of famous warriors, and you'll climb walls that have things like duty and valor written on them. And so we wanted to translate that into the Strife arena. And in the Strife arena, you have the keepers, the people who've convened the trials, watching over you when you spawn and respawn, reminding you via your hero in the game that you're there for a reason and that you're being observed and your progress is being assessed. We put the center seal in the middle, which is meant to display the history of the world and really to give people a sense of why they're in the arena and what the stakes are.
So keep an eye on our website for details about the upcoming closed beta for Strife.